Yo, this is Large Professor.
This is Nas right here.
And right now you're in the mix with DJ Clips.
And my homeboy DJ Rez.
Rap is out of control.
That's right, rap is out of control, but not between these hours of 10 and 12 on Sunday nights, Eastern Standard Time, right here in Shade 45. We got my man Rob Swift still hanging out with us. Yes.
Hell yeah.
The City of Hip Hop. The book is out there right now. We are going to talk more about the book. I also want to take a minute to shout out my man Bobito, who has a new book that's dropping July 1st, and it's called Bobito's Book of B-Ball Bong Bong.
AKA Cucumber Slice.
Slice. Absolutely. So the book's an intimate view into Bob's life as a ball player, announcer, performer, and beyond that doubles as a profound document for the unspoken folklore of the outdoor game while speaking volumes about his favorite pastime, getting busy with a rock in his hands. In his words, basketball is a religion, the park is his church. So the book is dope. A lot of footage of pictures of him ball playing, parks, some hip hop stuff in there as well. But Bob's another Renaissance person within his culture that has done a lot of things to uplift it and move it forward.
Word.
Yep. And shout out to Stretch Armstrong as well.
For sure.
Matter of fact, I saw Stretch on New York One a few days ago. They had him and Tony Touch on there and shout out to Erica Elliott, who was on there doing a summer stage.
Okay.
Kind of like, I guess they just announced the summer stage stuff, or that they're getting ready to launch some stuff, so they had them on there, and the originals are going to be doing Central Park at some point this summer.
R.I.P. Clark Kent.
R.I.P. Clark Kent. Yes. And with that being said, Rob, that leads me into a documentary that I just found out about, which came out 3 years or so ago. I don't know how I never heard about this documentary. Shout out to Joe for putting me up on this. The Streets Are Silent. All the Streets Are Silent is the name of the documentary. Shout out to Eli that put it together and everyone else that helped him with it. It's a great documentary about the skateboard community and the hip hop community. And it's interesting because, in the Fat Beats first and second episode, we also deal a lot with the same thing because a lot of the people that worked at Fat Beats or were just coming through were all the skateboarders. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would come to the After Place by the Cube, Washington, Square Park, which we're all right in that same community. So it's like, it just mirrors kind of what we're talking about with the Fat Beats documentary, but they have the whole thing coming from their angle of the skateboard community. So it's just so dope how it all crosses over. And Eli also had a lot of footage of Mars from back in the day.
Wow.
Because he was, I guess, one of the promoters there, working with some of the promoters there. So there's footage of Clark Kent spinning there. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Like, it's just so dope just seeing.
I used to carry Clark's records into Mars. Wow. Damn.
Yeah, so this documentary is so dope. All the Streets Are Silent. Go out there and search for it. I don't know if you can find it for free, but I rented it myself. Amazon Prime has it. It's very, very dope. I enjoyed the whole thing.
You know what people don't understand?
What?
Eclipse is that skating or skateboard culture is a counterculture, much like hip hop.
Sure, of course.
And people see hip hop as this thing you do to go viral.
Right.
Whether you rap or DJ.
Right.
Nowadays, breaking and graffiti, probably in the eyes of many Gen Zers, let's say, isn't a part of hip hop as they see it.
Not at
all.
Right.
But hip hop is a counterculture, and it's a culture that you enter willingly, regardless of your skin pigment or your background.
Right.
And whether or not you're able to be embraced by those that you're trying to get acceptance from.
Correct.
Depends on how good you are at what you do.
Absolutely.
Whether it's DJing, breaking, writing, or rapping.
Yes.
And it's the same thing with skateboard culture.
Yes.
It's, are you good?
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
So how you look has nothing to do with anything with these countercultures.
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, it's an ecosystem that sustains itself based on creativity.
Sure, absolutely. And the key word in with saying culture, specifically talking about hip hop, is that you can do any of these quote unquote elements of hip hop but if you're just doing one element of it, doesn't necessarily make you part of that culture.
Exactly.
If Justin Bieber decides, hey, I'm going to make a rap record today and put it out, he's not a hip-hop artist.
Bars.
He's just someone that's rapping. You know what I'm saying? The same thing for like, you know, even for like graph writers. There was a lot of white graph writers early on that listened to rock music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Weren't even into hip-hop. It was, you know, but like
Lady Pink, and I have the utmost respect for her place in graph culture, right? Being one of the few women in the 70s going to the yards. But she doesn't identify as being hip hop. Right. So it's not necessarily about doing an element. I'm glad that you raised that point. It's about being immersed down with the culture.
Correct.
Johnny Juice says this, and I love it. Hip hop is are you down culture.
Yes.
It's not whether you necessarily do it for likes or to go viral. It's
Absolutely.
Are you a part of this ecosystem that helps itself?
Correct.
You know?
Correct. And we come from an era too, and those that came before us, there was no end game. You know what I'm saying? It was just like this was something that was taking us over, and we just wanted to be part of it.
Right.
And we wanted to emulate what we were seeing and hearing and try to build on that.
Exactly.
And I've heard you say this before where like when you started DJing, you know, you were trying to you weren't just trying to match what someone else was doing. You wanted to try to do better than them as you expect the people that come after you
to be better than me.
Right, exactly.
Big ups to DJ Precision. I met DJ Precision, who's an executioner now. In 1997, his teacher was at an executioner show, walks up to me and asks me to consider teaching a DJ class at his high school.
Okay.
And so I taught this class for a semester, and it was awesome because that's where I met Precision. And after a year or two of training him, not only did he get better than me, but he was better than every executioner, including Raider, including Total Eclipse, including Mr. Sinister.
Right.
And that's the whole point of this art form is we vibe together based on creativity, and we mentor the young generation and hope that they can take what we passed on to them to new levels. And that's how this culture has lasted over 50 years. You know what I mean? So
most definitely.
It's all creativity, man. At the end of the day, nothing else really matters when it comes to this art.
Right. Yeah. And as Kaz would say, hip hop didn't invent anything; it reinvented everything.
I agree with Kaz on that. It's true. This
I like how you said that.
Yeah, this is a culture that borrows and takes from other cultures and then fuses it all together into this thing that we call hip hop.
That's right. That's right. And we're gonna play some more hip hop right here on Rappers Out Control. I am now on the decks. We're gonna save Kyle's announcements to the next mic break. Sorry about that to Kyle.
It's all good.
And we're gonna enjoy some more. Next mic break, we're gonna get into stories too, though. We're gonna take a break from promoting. We're gonna get into some stories too. So keep it locked right here. Rappers Out Control, Shade 45.
Hey, yo, check it out. It's Planet Asia Medallions. And when I ain't at your mother's house eating her veggie pot pie, I'm listening to DJ Eclipse and DJ Riz on Rappers Out of Control, Sirius XM.
You're just as clean as you've ever been, bro. Love watching you cut, man. So smooth with it, yo.
I try to play my part, Rob.
Yeah, nah.
That's all I can do.
I ain't rapping for the Honda, I need the Ferrari in the garage, man.